Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The terms of Musharakah refers to a financing technique that is adopted by Islamic bank. It is an agreement under which the Islamic bank provides funds which are mingled with the funds of the business enterprise and the others. All providers of capital are entitled to participate in the management, but not necessarily required to do so. The profit is distributed among the partners in predetermined ratios, while the loss is borne by each partner in proportion to his contributions. So, in this documentary, we will see, can Islamic bank practice the contracts of Musharakah? The definition of Musharakah. The Arabic word of musharakah is a derivative from the root word sharaka, which literally means sharing and mixing shares of two or more parties to make them interchangeable.
Okay, meet again in the discussion of Musharakah. So today we will interview one of the lecturer Department of Banking and Finance, Dr. Farouk bin Abdullah. So this interview is aimed to ask Dr. Farouk's opinion regarding the practice of Musharakah in Islamic banking. Okay, let's go. Okay, Dr. Farouk, I want to ask about your opinion regarding the practice of Musharakah in Islamic banking. So, do you think that Musharakah can be practiced in Islamic banking?
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin. Okay, Musharakah. Okay, it's a very broad question whether Musharakah can be practiced in Islamic banks. Okay, generally Musharakah is seen as one of the core Islamic finance contract because Musharakah is a partnership and Islamic finance encourages us to do partnership, to do risk sharing. So of course Musharakah is something which is highly encouraged by the Sharia. Okay, so in Malaysia, Islamic banks, they have practiced Musharakah Mutanakisah, but somehow after they have started to practice it, they face some challenges, there are some issues arise, so they have stopped it. Right now, if I'm not mistaken, none of the Islamic banks in Malaysia are practicing Musharakah home financing. Okay, this is because of a lot of issues arise, legal and also too risky. Okay, so when the banks they start Musharakah, so from the Sharia perspective, we see that they come out with a Musharakah, but they come out with a lot of terms and conditions using the concept of a wa'ad, promise. Okay, so when they practice it, we see their practice, it really dilute, it changed the direction of the Musharakah as a partnership to a debt-based financing. Okay, so if you see the overall feature of a Musharakah, is not partnership anymore, it's a kind of debt because to minimize the risk. Okay, the banks still are not ready to practice the pure Musharakah. Because it involves high risk. Probably the banks cannot afford because again it's every the risk of the finance in the financing that the banks have, they have to put some allocations against those risks. So for Musharakah, when it is a pure Musharakah, the risk is high, so they have to allocate higher amount of money. Okay, so that's why it's a costly. Okay, and then secondly, when the issue is also about maintenance. Okay, from the Sharia perspective, bank still is the bank also has the ownership on the house. Okay, so who will be whether bank will hold the ownership, to take the risk of ownership and also the maintenance on that. Okay, so bank sometimes are reluctant to do that, to bear the maintenance, and sometimes it's also not practical. Is to put into practice, the bank should bear the maintenance is really difficult. Okay, and then or maybe there are some other legal issue. If I'm not mistaken, Kuwait Finance House and some others. Okay, there are some issues that went to the court, like the customer challenge the issue. So because of that, is of course it is encouraged if the bank they practice musyarakah mutanakisah, but so far what has been done is not really easy to practice it. Okay.
Hello guys, Assalamualaikum. My name is Lokman and now I am here at Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad to get an opinion about Musharakah. So we will interview Puan Hani Munirah as Personal Financial Executive. So on your opinion, can Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad really practice Musharakah?
Musharakah, as we know, is profit sharing concept lah. So basically in musyarakah, profit and sharing we go together lah. So kalau macam dalam practice in Islamic banking ni, kita banyak pakai musyarakah sebenarnya. Sebabnya macam musyarakah ni dia lebih banyak risiko lah yang bank akan dapatkan. Jadi kalau dalam produk financing kita adalah musyarakah tu, tapi kalau dalam produk deposit kita tak ada untuk musyarakah tu. Banyak mudarabah.
What challenge faced by Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad to apply Musharakah contract?
Challenge kalau sebab musyarakah ni is a profit sharing contract, so a profit loss sharing contract. So bank by hook bank of course bank akan secure our part lah. Kita akan secure our part. Kita akan make sure we as much as we can, we are trying to avoid any operational loss. So that's why lah even in mudarabah contract, the profit sharing contract, kita just guarantee ataupun kita just share the financial. Kalau macam in terms of operational, kalau macam profit sharing, contohnya kita ada kerugian dari segi operation side untuk one investment. For example, in one investment ada rugi untuk operation side, bank tak ambil tahulah yang tu. Jadi kita akan tengok untuk financial sahaja sebab kita guarantee the financial. Jadi kalau untuk musyarakah ni, challenge yang bank might be face lah kalau kita apply the real musyarakah kan. Risiko lah, bank lebih dedah kepada huge risk lah.
After hearing the opinion from the bank and lecturer, so we can conclude that it is not easy to practice the pure musyarakah contract. It is because it involves high risk and legal issues. To practice the pure musyarakah contract, the Islamic bank will face challenge where the bank will bear the operation side cost and also in-act maintenance, which lead to the risk of ownership. Pure musyarakah contract involve large amount of money which cannot afford by the Islamic bank. As we can see nowadays, musyarakah, the practice by the Islamic bank, consists a lot of terms and conditions in concept of wa'ad, promise, to minimize the risk. It changed the direction of musyarakah from partnership to a debt-based financing. This proves that the Islamic bank are not ready and cannot practice the pure musyarakah contract. Thank you for watching.
Bang, kuat sikit.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sabrina. Bla 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 bla.
Oh ya.
Bla 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 bla.
Oh iya.
Dah.